Alright, the first step in installing the new upgrade kit is to go ahead and strip the unit down to just lower base. So to do that, we're going to remove the bonnet, which is just these two tabs right here, and that'll pull right off. Go ahead and set that aside. Next, we can pull the globe off. Again, very easily, just pull it up and off the lower base. Finally, we can remove the drawer. Again, pulls out, set it aside. And now we have the lower base ready for our install kit. So we're going to go ahead and remove the old decal and apply our new Wi-Fi one. Obviously, this is aesthetic. If you choose not to do it, it's not going to affect the function of the robot. So I'm just going to peel this off right here and exchange it for our new black Wi-Fi one. Align it as best you can. Go ahead and push that nice and firmly onto the cover. And that's all there is to it. The one thing we're going to have to add and make sure you do is the QR code. This is important for the onboarding process and using the app with the Litter Robot 3. So we're going to go ahead and just place it over our old QR sticker to make sure it's always with the unit. Peel that off and stick it on as clean as we can. Now that we have just the lower base, we can go ahead and remove the control panel cover right here. You can see there'll be 5 screws here, 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 and here. We'll remove those and be able to pop this cover. For that, you'll need just a simple, any old number 2 Phillips head. Once those are all loose, we can go ahead and pop this cover. Go ahead and push in on one of the buttons, and you can see the cover is easy to remove, and we've exposed the control panel. Now that we're here, we can go ahead and remove the old main board. So there'll be 3 wires connected to it. We just pull them out from the back, and we can set this aside. So the main board we took out earlier, we're going to go ahead and take the cover from that, setting this aside. And then our new main board, we'll get it installed. You can tell the difference by our new Wi-Fi module on the board. The old board won't have that. Go ahead and apply our key guard on top, letting all the rubber go around the board. This helps protect it from any cats that spray against the control panel and locates it to make sure all our buttons work correctly. Now that we have this built up, we can go ahead and plug it back into the Litter Robot. You'll see this has 3 ports on it, a 4, a 6, and an 8 pin, which will match our wires, which are 4, 6, and 8 pins. Our new DFI will start off with 4. There's only one way it can go, so if it's fighting you, make sure that you don't have it accidentally upside down. We can take the next one, 6, and then the final 8. Double check, make sure those are all seated in there nicely. Make sure we didn't take any of the wires and move them into the motor. And now we're ready to install the panel cover. So go ahead and take it. I like to place this behind and make sure that all my buttons and lights stick out. And then you can take it and make sure it seats again nice and flush over the motor cavity, and we can begin reinstalling our screw. Now that everything's installed from the upgrade kit, we can put the Litter Robot back together. making sure in the back that our key is seated here. It's very easy to set it in like that, and it can cause problems with operation. So just make sure that's seated in there. And finally, the bonnet.